Welcome to Moonshadow Psychic Readings. This is Gemini's reading for the month of October. If you viewed the short one card pull, this 10 of Wands, on TikTok or Instagram, you'll know that reading. But for those who have just joined here on YouTube only, I'll fill you in. You're kind of at the end of a cycle here. You've followed a passion through, maybe a passion project or a relationship, could be anything. But you've gotten through, you've achieved what you wanted, you've kind of built your kingdom here. But now your wands are kind of a barrier between you and the rest of the world. You've got your back turned to the rest of the world, so just be mindful of that energy, but we'll go deeper into it now. For those of you familiar with my readings, you might already know the layout, but I'm guessing there's not a lot of you who are familiar. The first column is going to be regarding your relationships, connections, and communications. Second column will be career, wealth, finance, that sort of thing. The third column is what I call your life path. It's a more general, overall energy, anything that Spirit kind of wants you to know and learn and be aware of. And then at the end we'll pull a best course of action and outcome card, and this will represent the future energies of that outcome. But first we're going to start with a Spirit Warrior oracle card here. See on the side, awaken your senses. So some burning sage or something on here. Just take a moment to let that resonate with you. Be attentive to anything you see on the cards, or you'll hear a lot of birds and things around me. I'm outside, so that might be a sign for you to pay attention. Purify your space. Palo Santo. I do love Palo Santo myself. I burn it here. Infuse your space with the citrusy, resinous wood smoke of healing holy wood. Shake out your inner shaman as you waft pungent smoke through your home, purifying negative energies, or better still, neutralizing them before they take hold. With roots in ancient Incan cultures, this substance has been used ceremonially in prayer and shamanic rituals for centuries. If you already love this aroma, good on you. This is a sign of spiritual purity. If it doesn't jibe well with you, keep trying. It's telling you something. Learn to love it and benefit from its energetic, lightening, and purifying effects. Note, it's popular these days, so sourced ethically for higher vibes. Yep. Definitely pay attention to that. I can see it more clearly now. Yeah. So it is a wood, and when you purchase it, you'll see it in strips of wood. You can purchase it usually at places where you buy your incense sticks and things. You'll see probably in thinner strips, but I do like these big chunks here. It kind of pops and crackles. It's like as it burns, as the fire goes up it pops, smokes, crackles. It's a really interesting effect and a lovely scent. Put it up the back. The wind has been blowing a bit today, so things may fall over. I don't know if that could be a sign in the end. There's also, I try to create a windbreak here, and it keeps falling backwards, which is in the opposite direction to the wind. It's not being blown by the wind, it's like falling back against it. So there may be some kind of message in there. And I did say in the one card read on TikTok and Instagram that you've achieved this and you may feel inclined to rest. It's been a hard journey to get your passion fulfilled, and now you've got these wands here like a barrier, and you can lean up against them. See, the back is facing towards the wands, so you may feel inclined to just take your weight off and lean against it for support. Something about leaning back, falling back into something, I don't know. We'll take it how it resonates, and maybe something will come up here. I'll keep this to the side somewhere, and hopefully it doesn't blow over or away or just fall over. We'll keep it there. Okay, first column, 2 cards came out. Again, this is your relationships, connections, even communications. It's the dynamics with other people. Maybe not just people as well, other things too. But you have repelled and acknowledgement. These wanted to come out together, so interesting. This is more kind of a deserty energy, and this is your freshwater energy. Yeah, it really does match that card. It's kind of like you're turning your back on the outside world, onto other people, on your connections. It kind of feels like you don't want to mix with people. And maybe you're acknowledging this. Maybe someone has brought it up with you. It's like, why aren't you responding to me? And you're like, yeah, I know, I've been avoiding you. Sorry, not sorry. Whatever that is. Let's see what your card has to say about that. What does Gemini have to hear about their relationships and connections for October? More Wands energy. It's every deck I shuffle for you has had Wands energy coming out all over. King of Wands. That bridge you don't want to cross. It's like you're in control of your passions now. Maybe there are connections you've had that have not been the healthiest of relationships. See, I told you something will fly over in a minute. You got these support beams, but it's on a rope bridge, which is interesting. It's a windy day. Do not fancy walking across a rope bridge on a windy day. And you got the fox there, who's kind of sly. I wonder if you have had some kind of questionable connections, whether it's romantic relationships or just friends, family, that sort of thing. But maybe this is why you're turning your back. You don't want that quality of energy coming into your life. You're taking charge of where you give your passion and your energy. Notice the sun is black here. It's really, yeah, that push away, that blotting out energy. You don't want to be into that. It's kind of like you need to be in your own space and be guided by a better view of things. Alternatively, some of you could be kind of sly, turning your back on people. Maybe you're the one doing the negative energy, but I don't really think that from what's coming out already with the Palo Santo. I do think you need to cleanse your space and your life of some not so good energies, and that could be coming up in all your interrelationships and connections with other people. Career and finance, wealth, all of that fun stuff, satisfied. And I think, yeah, okay, I think that's your more saltwater energy. I could have these around the wrong way, but I think that's what that is. Yeah, so you've worked hard to achieve this, and you're in a satisfied state with that. I think that's the kind of energy we've got coming up. You don't want anyone to mess with that good vibe and success you've got going on, because you've worked hard, and you know there are people around you who want to come in and take that or knock it down or whatever. Get rid of those bad influences in your life and let Spirit show you. There's two things that kind of want to come out. Okay, I'll take them both. So, career, wealth, and finance for October. Okay, there's your energy. Gemini, being an air sign. This is you, start of a new journey. It's like you've completed a journey, you're at the top of your game now, and you're starting afresh. This is the satisfied energy in the 8 of Wands. Again, more wands. You're going to have this all through your reading. You're on fire with your passions, and something is coming in fast. So this new phase is coming in fast, and you're going to be really happy about how this is all going. I'm a little bit envious of your reading right now. Let me get onto your, what I call your life path, general overall messages from spirit, or anything that needs your attention drawn to. Disbelief. Nice rainforest energy. What are you not believing? Do you not believe how good things are going once you've cleared the bad juju out of your life? Or is there something else? We will find out. What does Gemini need to know on their life path? Yeah, I'm taking 2 cards again. You've got a lot of double pulls coming out. Okay, for October. 4 of Swords, 8 of Swords, okay? You're all in your air energy. Interesting. These are so different from kind of traditional Rider-Waite-Smith tarot. This is usually a card of rest. And, I love this little character. So this is normally a figure who is trapped, surrounded by swords. They're not really trapped. They could just walk between the swords, but their hands are bound. They've got a blindfold on, so they can't sort of see where to walk safely, and they're just trapped there by their own fear and unwillingness to move. But this is a little different. This little guy, he's climbing up the swords, the sharp blades of the swords. He's finding his way through. This feels kind of positive. And this here is a little bit like a barrier being created. It's almost like a mirrored surface. Like, what do you not want to see reflected? So, the swords, the air energy is like messages and ideas, thoughts. And that also goes for fears and worries. That aspect of your thoughts. So maybe there's some stuff you need to either cut out or focus on and work your way through. I don't think you're being held back by your fears and worries anymore. Now that you've identified the negative aspects and influences in your life, you're not so challenged in, reflecting on yourself and shining a light in the darkness here. There's growth happening. You got these kind of vines and weeds here. I think you're ready to cut the weeds and get yourself through. You're not afraid of these swords. So what if they're sharp? You're grabbing the blade and pulling yourself through. I like this. Maybe what's the disbelief? I think you're disbelieving of how easy and it feels when you're empowered and you're allow yourself to kind of take a chance and move forward. You just believe in yourself. Yeah, I like it. So going forward, your future energies are going to be more shocked, and I think it follows on from this disbelief. It feels a bit healthier. You don't know how good it's going to get. You think it's turning good already, but yeah, maybe there's more to come. Let's see if that's what Spirit says. So we want to know your best course of action to start with. The Chariot. Charge forward. Pick a path and charge forward. There's a Cancer energy in there, and the moon phases. So we just went through, I think, the full moon, didn't we? On the 2nd? Something happened on the 2nd in the moon phases. Maybe double check that. But yeah, this is good. This is like charging forward energy. I think that's what you've got to do. Just push forward now. You've identified issues. Push forward. Have the courage of your convictions to say, you know what? I decided to cut you out of my life, and I'm moving forward with that. Please respect my boundaries, and if you can't, I'm not going to speak to you. Push forward in the things that are healthy for you, and serve your passions, your new project, your new passion, whatever it is, and the outcome shall be Three of Swords. Again, it's your air energy. This one is so frequently connected with third-party situations, love triangles, that sort of thing. I don't think there's a negative in this, though. It's kind of... it's like a unity of purpose coming through here. Being that it's a flower and not like a heart, you don't exactly have blood coming out. You have this purple kind of juice or something. It's really interesting. And there were 3 horses in this card. I don't know if the 3 is a relevant number for you for some reason. There's 3 things. It's like things are being unified on your path into a single purpose. I mean, this could be cutting through, like putting an end to these past situations to start afresh. Like, if you have had this negative stuff in your relationships here, let me just focus that down a little. Oh, not doing too well. Yeah. Okay, the bird wants me to keep going. If you have had this negative influence in your relationships, and it's like in your romantic relationships too, you could have had someone who's a bit playing around, doesn't, commit to you properly, is a bit seedy with how they spread their attention and their love or whatever. You are striking them through. It's like, no more am I taking that. You can come at me with your pretty flowers, but chop the heads off. Just, you are not taking any BS anymore. I can see that you know your thoughts, and you're getting them all in line here. That's kind of like the king energy as well, as being in control of your passions, in control of your thoughts and your fears. I think that's what's happening here. Things are getting into unison and alignment, and you're moving forward. So as long as you keep making the action and intention to move forward, this keeps dropping, I'm so sorry. As long as you keep taking that action and using the intention to move forward, just carry that energy, you're gonna be alright. I'll give you one more card on that. I feel like, you know what, I'll do the other deck. So one more card to clarify the outcome, please, for Gemini's October reading. Yes. It's like, yeah, that. Exactly the same thing. Okay, that was impressive. I wish I could have just made that happen somehow, but that was brilliant. Yep. You know what, pay attention to the number 3. There is really something here, and this time it is a heart, but this heart is like almost made of energy and fire. It's like, it is exactly what I said. All your thoughts, intentions, interactions are going in unison with your heart. You know what? The way you kind of manifest and bring things together, what you need to do is get your head and your heart in alignment, and this is basically what this is. Thoughts, intentions, all the head stuff, feelings. It's almost like a flaming heart. That's, that fire wand energy of your passion. So you're getting that emotion and that passion into alignment with your thoughts and straightforward attention, yeah, you're gonna have your life coming into this powerful alignment. I think that's going to be so good for you. I am jealous of your October reading. Um, this is where things will start to pop up for you, and I think if you keep your intentions focused and push forward, don't doubt where you're going. If you feel you need to cut something or someone out of your life because of their influence, you're being guided to do that. So it's for your greater good. You don't need to feel guilty, nothing like that. I know this is always a hard thing, especially if it comes around a breakup or something. This could be relevant for some of you, but yeah, that's your reading. Amazing. Move forward. You've got it going on. Thank you again, Gemini, for joining me. There'll be more videos for you in the coming weeks.